So the roller coaster at sorry, I'm going to try and pronounce this right because I know I've been pronouncing it wrong, but I'm still going to end up butchering it. I know I am. At I can't say it now. Wollongong University still continues. He still has a PhD thesis, and Brian Martin on February 1st, that was yesterday, released another defence of her statement, and quite frankly, this is hilarious because I'm going to read. I'm going to leave the whole thing in the link to it in the comments. Well, not the comments, in the box below, so you can read it yourself. But I'm just going to pick out 2 parts. Right. Now, this is a typical reaction from any type of, be it conspiracy theorist, pseudoscientist, even politicians sort of do this. And their main goal is to make your opponent seem like an other. Or to make, seem what they're saying as wrong. And this is what this is, because in this part that I'm reading from here, he says that the anti-vax, the Stop the Anti-Vax Network, has come up with 2 hypotheses. And both of them I agree with. I'm going to go into these, why this is wrong. Hypothesis 1, he claims, was wrong, was that we would push through a substandard thesis. And I am sorry, but all the evidence points to the fact that you have. We know that one of the people that marked the paper has come forward, and guess what? He's a homeopath. Again, what the hell does he know about vaccinations? And this just gets stranger and stranger, it really does. Not only that, we've also come forward that apparently Brian Martin wrote in 2012 for the Anti-Vax Network newspaper that they publish. He wrote a piece for them. So automatically he's on board with Wildman's thesis regardless. This is insane. So of course he's going to push something through like this. How this got through in the first place is insane, and we know at the moment there is an ongoing investigation into this, and when that comes out, it's going to be, I hope to God this gets pulled, because this is so embarrassing. If you are at this university, I'm so sorry for you. In fact, in one of the comments I read recently, there was a guy saying that his son had gone to the university and that their funding was being pulled because of this. The Vice-Chancellor apparently, from what he said that Brianman is going to end up taking the Vice-Chancellor with him, and that was it. So I think there's other stuff going on at the university that I'm not aware of. Again, if you are a student or you do attend this, I'd love to actually know what is actually going on at the university itself. I'd love to know what the word is on the campus, so to say. Anyway, hypothesis 2. We would take extra care to ensure that the thesis was of requisite quality and that all university procedures were followed carefully. This would include sending a thesis to technical experts and choosing external examiners of high standing. But as we know, your external examiners were not of high standard. The guy that's come forward to say that he was the examiner, well, one of the examiners, is a homeopath. What does he know about vaccination? Sod all. And again, like I say, it continues into this whole thing, agenda setting. It goes into, oh, they're trying to set an agenda, it's terrible. There's another part about, he says, oh, they make assumptions about the scholarship. Yeah, we have every right to. It's absolutely insane what has been put in this thesis. The fact that she tries to link this ridiculous conspiracy theory between the World Health Organization, the World Bank, and, you know, other organizations that have nothing to do with Australia, by the way, are in this, and she links in this grand conspiracy theory. She cherry picks 2 papers out of the hundreds and thousands that say vaccines are safe and are fine to use. She picks like 1 or 2 papers about different vaccines that say we found that they might not be safe. It would require further testing. And yet there are hundreds, if not thousands, of papers saying that vaccines are safe. And then she chooses 1 and ignores the rest. And then has the absolute gall to say that the smallpox vaccine needs to be tested for its effectiveness. When you look around today and there is no smallpox because of this vaccine. Anyway, I'm going to jump right down to the end. Because this is one of the crux, and this is one of the things that they are trying to use to defend her thesis, saying that it's academic freedom. So it appears that academics and universities need to do more to explain what they do and explain the meaning and significance of academic freedom. Now, I'd agree. The problem is that you should not have the academic freedom to rely on pseudoscience, conspiracy theories, and woo-woo to write a PhD thesis that is going to put people at risk. That is going to confuse people and put them at harm. You cannot write that. That is not academic freedom. You know, and if it is, you know, and if you want this academic freedom, then I'm sorry, but all this stuff that you complain about in your second thing about this orchestrated attack is criticism. And if you want academic freedom, you have to be open to the academic criticism that has come forward and said her paper is shit. That it has no merits to it, and that she should not be awarded a PhD. I don't know what more you can say, but again, I'm going to continue following this, and it just doesn't seem to stop. It really doesn't.